Here we go. What's going on, everybody? Okay, that's all good. Make sure camera's set up there. Guys, I lost my backdrop. It's official. It's got to go on the road. This is about the only thing I have right now. If you guys have been watching for a long time, you know that this has been hanging in my office for a while. But yeah, the Big Rig Tees backdrop is about to go on the road and go to trade shows with our sales team. So, guys, the title of today's episode is Truck Drivers Are Superheroes. If you guys have been hanging out with BRT Live for long enough, you guys know that the point of this channel is to bring or to shed some light on the positivity the positivity of the trucking industry and to show truck drivers in a different light, because as a lot of you know, because truck drivers are my viewers, you guys truck drivers aren't always viewed in a positive way by the public. At least that's what it seems like was the understanding growing up. Or truck drivers always just take up the road, or they're just always in the way, they're rude, they're whatever. But you know that BRT Live is here to make a difference with that public view of truck drivers. So let's get right into today's topic. We got truck drivers are superheroes. So I'm going to show you, I'm actually going to read an article. You guys can read a little bit along with me. We have, let me guys show you guys the article real quick. Let's see. Okay. So this is the article we're reading from DTS. I've never heard of this website. It looks like it's, this is in October of 2017. These things happen. So it's been a while since these stories have happened, but I'll put up basically like the first paragraph or so. There's a little bit more than what you guys can see. As of right now, I do not have a laptop, so I can't actually physically share my screen with you. All I can show you is these overlays. So that basically today, that's how we're going to do it. But yeah, just read along with me as far as you can, as far as the screen shows. And what's up? Let's check in on everybody here in the stream. We got David Cows. How do you say that, David? We got Christina Castellanos, Kevin McCarty, Oscar, Paulo Blanco, Tim Koger, Southern Justice, and Log Holler 2020. Log Holler, today we are reading some stories of when truck drivers were superheroes. I thought that'd be a cool thing for you guys to tune into today. This article was published in 2017. So if you have heard these stories, let me know in the comments. But I'm just going to be basically reading these. I'm going to leave up let's find number 1. I think this is number 1 or number 5 or so. So I'll leave this up, and I am going to read it, narrate it like a storyteller the best that I possibly can. Okay. Let's see. So I'm actually going to this. Okay, and make sure everybody can see me. Everybody can still see me and hear me good, right? I just left yeah. All right, we're rolling. Here we go. You missed TikTok? Why do you miss TikTok, Log Holler? Tell me. I need the feedback. Okay, so our first story comes, this is a story of Barry Williams. So once again, these are stories of when truck drivers were acted like superheroes. Just brings truckers into a more positive light. So let's do it. Sorry. Let's do it. Here we go. Number 5, we have Barry Williams. Owner-operator Barry Williams of New Line Transport in Moundsville, Alabama, was spending another typical day in the cab driving along Highway 80 near Demopolis, Alabama, when he witnessed a terrifying sight. A passenger car being piloted by a 69-year-old Octavia Wagstaff was accidentally forced off the road by another truck right before his eyes. As Mr. Williams looked on, the car careened out of control, missed the guardrail, and vaulted from the roadway into an adjacent creek. So we got a car that got ran off the road, drove into a creek. She probably was maybe a good truck and a half in front of me. So when the truck passed me in the left lane, he cleared me at least by a truck and a half. he came straight over on her, Williams recalled from the West Alabama Watchman. As he hit her, he caught her back bumper, kind of went down her driver's door, and she spun. She went out of the over the guardrail. She missed the guardrail, but went airborne. As she went airborne, she went straight down, and the car twisted around. Barry Williams stopped immediately and sprang from the cab, running to the side to see what was happening to the imperiled vehicle. He watched the car sink for only a moment before seeing what looked to him like she was taking her last breath. Rather than running to the end of the bridge to climb down the stone, Williams dove over the bridge into the creek below to initiate rescue. This is already crazy, guys. Oh, wrong one. Log Holler says we've always had a crowd on TikTok. YouTube has no algorithm for new folks. TikTok shows were better by far. I still love and support BRT. Just have to say. I appreciate the input, guys. I appreciate the input. Okay, so let's see. Where were we in this story? Okay, so according to the Octavia Wagstaff's brother, Robert, this split-second decision may have been what saved his sister's life. If he had to go around the side and to climb down, she would have never made it, Robert told the Watchman. So he jumped over. After struggling to force the car door open, Williams had to dive underwater to remove Miss Wagstaff's seatbelt. At that point, he and another passerby who had joined in the effort managed to get the victim up onto the bank where first responders were able to take over. So, guys, that was our first story. A guy jumped off of a bridge and dove into water to save a woman that got ran off the road by another truck, and her car was sinking into a creek. So that is pretty insane. Let's see. We always hear YouTube freezes sometimes, then you get behind. So if a comment makes no sense, that's why. So that one, let's go. The next story we have. Yeah, I know that is pretty. That story is wild. Okay, next. Who's the next one on the list? We need number. That's number 3. We need number 4. There we go. David Fredrickson. Guys, when I can share my screen, when I have my laptop, we can do I can actually show the videos on here. But for now, if you guys wanted to watch the videos of these, you can see them in the pictures, like where the YouTube is, where the YouTube link is. So let's check out this story for number 4, David Fredrickson. Okay, David Fredrickson had installed a dash cam in his truck just 6 months earlier, according to the Jalopnik. After witnessing another truck driver involved in a rollover accident when I'm losing myself in this story. After witnessing another truck driver involved in a rollover accident when its driver fell asleep behind the wheel. This fateful day in August 2014, the camera was rolling as one moderately busy stretch of the 10 near Biloxi, Mississippi, was converted to a horror show. A Lincoln Town car being piloted by a woman with her 1-year-old granddaughter on board failed to merge and T-boned an 18-wheeler, causing a terrifying fireball which consumed the car with its occupants trapped inside. Let's see. We watched in horror after the fact as the car burns, which isn't clear from the video that the driver had suffered a broken leg and is unable to extricate herself and her tiny grandchild from the fiery wreckage because the doors have been jammed shut by the force of impact. Let's see. So Mr. Fredrickson is the truck driver in this story, and it says he hops down with a fire extinguisher in hand and jogs bravely and stolidly forward what might have been his death. I don't feel that it's heroic, he said in a later phone interview. Really, I feel what I feel is when I first got out of the truck, I was praying that that they wouldn't have been dead. I just wanted to put the fire out, but when I saw they were alive, I was like, sweet. Okay, that story is a little bit all over the place. Let's go to number 4. Okay. Give me 1 second, truck drivers. The show. Let me see. I can't do my 30-second countdown. Give me 1 second, truck drivers. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. A little bit of a break right there. But I sting and deleted my 30-second overlay, so I can't. I got to get that back somehow. You know, when I could count down for 30 seconds and video clips. There it is. Hey, found my 30-second countdown. Sorry, guys. Let's go right back into the stories. We're in story number 3. Let's see. So let's check the comments. Wow, that story was wild. The adrenaline kick in. Damn. Hi, Hayden. What's up, Joe? Good afternoon. Hope everybody's having a good day. Alonda Whitten, good to see you in here. Welcome in. Let's go to my day at 10. What about y'all? Yeah, guys, hang out in the comments. What's going on? How can everybody rate their day 1 through 10? Let's do that in the comments right now. How's everybody's day going? Let's move on to the next story. Let's find this one, I believe. Yes, Kevin Kimmel. Let's read his story. Okay, Mr. Kevin Kimmel. So, in the article, it says the details of this story read like something taken from the pages of a horror novel. And if that story had a hero, it would be Kevin Kimmel. On starting his day, January 6, 2015, Mr. Kimmel couldn't have known that so much was set to turn on a dime. When he stopped at a gas station in New Kent County, Virginia, what he witnessed was something he couldn't ignore, and his subsequent call to law enforcement would rescue a 20-year-old woman and change the course of his own life. What he saw was a haunted face in the window of a parked RV nearby. The recreational vehicle had initially caught his eye because its blacked-out curtains were drawn. He then watched as a man approached the RV and climbed inside, and further observed the RV began to rock back and forth. At this point, that Kimmel saw the face of what then described as a minor female peering through the curtains before abruptly withdrawn. Kevin scrambled for his cell phone and placed a call to the local sheriff. He then continued to watch as police arrived and escorted the young woman away, soon followed by a man and woman in handcuffs. Police and FBI agents took his statements, but he wouldn't learn of what he'd uncovered until watching the news later. The woman he'd rescued had been lured away from her home in Iowa by a couple, Laura Sorensen and Alder Hadza, who were bent on abduction and unthinkable acts of their activities. Kimmel still. Okay, so that's basically everything. Yeah, that kind of wraps up that little story. So yeah, there was basically a woman in danger that seemed to be getting assaulted in an RV, and the truck. What the truck driver did that made a difference was he was actually there, and he saw it and called the police. So what it is like it's kind of like it seems that truck drivers are kind of like watchmen. Truck drivers are everywhere, and it seems that this truck driver was in just the right place at the right time. Oh, so you heard about this, Southern Justice? Yo, 8 to 9, about a 5, 9, 10. Always still living and breathing. Appreciate that, log caller. All right, let's get through these stories. Let's see. Where's story number 2? Here we go. Daryl Cloyd. Truck driver Daryl Cloyd. Okay, a wrong turn was the only reason Daryl Cloyd was on Highway 70. The family of Dorothy Marco is eternally grateful for his error. However, we feel certain he can be forgiven. That and a great many other things. Sadly, unlike our other stories, Miss Marco did not survive the accident that Daryl Cloyd stopped for. But Cloyd's response was nonetheless a matchless act of selfless heroism in our eyes. So Dorothy Marco's truck had been left on the road, crashed into a tree in Choctaw County, Oklahoma. Hey, this is local. I'm in Oklahoma right now. And it burst into flames. When Daryl happened upon the scene, it's reported that multiple bystanders had gathered to take pictures and videos, but no one had tried to render assistance as Miss Marco kneeled a dozen feet from the wreck. Daryl Cloyd ventured forth to help and remained by her side until first responders arrived. Emergency crews arrived to find Cloyd extremely upset, but refusing to leave Dorothy Marco's side and screaming, "She's just a baby. She's just a baby. With all my heart, I want to thank him," said Dorothy's mother, Brenda Marco, shortly afterward. This is because nobody knew who Daryl Cloyd was. Dorothy had been whisked from the scene, transported by air to the hospital when she died from injury several hours later, and Cloyd had gotten back on the road and apparently disappeared. Cloyd's act of heroism went beyond providing what comfort he could to a dying young woman. His actions had provided solace to her grieving family, that they knew that she spent her last moments in the embrace of someone who cared. Wow, that one's really deep. So that lady did not survive that. I guess she crashed her truck into a tree. She ended up surviving, but what the truck driver was there for was to just, I guess, be with her in her last moments. And it didn't seem like anybody else was brave enough to step up and do that. So very interesting. Yeah, Hayden, the one I've seen was it the couple that was trafficking children. Hey, Hectorito, what's going on? Crazy, right? Okay. So we got the last story coming up in a second. Where's the overlays? Number 1. Here we go. Okay, so it seems that this truck driver is remaining anonymous because it doesn't have a name on it. Gas station surveillance video posted online by Allen Park, Michigan Police Department, shows a woman pumping gas. Everything seems normal enough until a man casually strolls up and hops into the driver's seat of her car. The woman jumps on board as the man attempts to drive away in her car and that's when a trucker comes to the rescue. A nearby tanker truck driver sees what's happening and runs up to the vehicle as the would-be carjacker is trying to get away. Knowing the jig is up, the foiled felon flees on foot after being extracted from the vehicle and wrestled by the truck driving hero. Police were searching for the so-called suspect at the time of the posting, but a man was later arrested and charged with the crime. Apparently, this heroism was all in a day's work for the tank rig driver who refused to be identified. So, lady getting her car stolen at the gas station, and a tanker truck, a truck driver of a tanker gets out and pulls the guy stealing her car out of the car and wrestles him to the ground. So that was cool. Thank God for truckers. Hey everybody, what's up? Lodi Logistic, what's up? Alonda says Lodi. Let me shout out everybody in the stream. We got Alonda, Southern Justice, Lodi, Logistics, Hectorito. We got Marty Jones, Tim, Log Hauler, Joe, and I think that's it. Is that everybody? Cool. Guys, so I told you guys the challenge yesterday. If you guys wanted to win some free Big Rig Tees apparel, do you guys remember what it was? Let me type it in the comments. God bless truckers and their families, absolutely. So send an email to brtlive1@gmail.com. I'm pinning the comment. Guys, send an email to brtlive1@gmail.com. Whoever can hand draw the BART logo the best. See, I'll show you how good I can draw it right now. So I cannot draw it the best, but this is without looking. See, this is all you guys have to do, and whoever draws it the best wins a free Big Rig T-shirt. Check it out. So look, look, blank piece of paper. I'm showing you guys. Now I can make an exact replica in Photoshop. I do graphic design and web design on my free time. No, you have to. It has to be drawn with pencil or pen. Truckers are amazing. I love being a rider with my husband. Yes, Alonda. Yes, absolutely. Tell your husband thank you for being a truck driver. So this is how I hand draw the BRT logo. I mean, nice and simple. You got the BRT, boom, and then okay, I actually do have to look a little bit. So, but it's okay. You guys can look too. Oh, this is not good. You guys are definitely gonna make fun of me on this. I don't know what the heck I'm doing with this. And then a little T-shirt in the middle. And then some flames. So that kind of looks like a Fox Ninja character, but I've done it better than this before, trust me. But basically, send me something like this. Send me a picture of something like this. I can draw Stickman, let alone the logo. Dude, I know. See, I'm not good at driving it. I'm not good at drawing it either. And I work here. So, yeah, see who can do it the best. Send me an email about that. So, yeah, guys, I appreciate everybody that came on today. I know usually I do an hour, but I think that's all I had planned for today's live. So we got, if you guys missed the live, or if you guys came halfway through or whatever, it posts on YouTube and Facebook afterwards. So the contest stays the same. Whoever can hand draw the BRT logo the best will win. That wraps up today's episode of BRT Live. I will see everyone tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central. Remember, brtlive1@gmail.com. And whoever can send me a picture of a hand-drawn BRT logo wins a free Big Rig T-shirt or hat of your choice. If you guys don't know about Big Rig Tees, we are the most detailed, tricked-out truck shirts in the industry, period. We're in over 150 truck stops. If you're interested in finding our shirts, go to bigrigtees.com. Check out our dealer locator. It's a little Find a BRT store or Find a BRT shop on the banner on the side, and you can type in your city, state, or zip code in there. and you can see where shirts are sold near you. So, everybody, truck drivers, I love you. Thank you so much for moving America. I will see everyone tomorrow. Peace.